Hello again, everyone. My video today is a contest response for Joezeppi1. I want to take a moment to recommend Joezeppi's channel to anyone that isn't subscribed. He shows a lot of great vintage items. In addition to baseball, he also has a passion for vintage boxing as well. If you have an interest in vintage and you want to learn, he's definitely a guy that has knowledge and he's willing to share it. Now, on to the contest. The contest has 3 parts. Part number 1, show me your oldest card of a baseball Hall of Famer. I have 4 cards in my collection that date to 1909, so I'm going to show all 4. I have 3 cards from the Colgan's Chips Stars of the Diamond set, Frank Home Run Baker of the Philadelphia Athletics, Joe Tinker of the Chicago Cubs, and Addie Joss of the Cleveland Naps. They hadn't yet adopted the Indians nickname at that time. In addition to those 3, I have one T206 card in my collection, and that is of Hall of Famer George Davis of the Chicago White Sox. The T206 cards were distributed from 1909 to 1911, but the back design of mine here, which lists 150 subjects, can be dated to the initial print runs of the set that occurred in 1909. So those are my oldest Hall of Fame baseball cards. The next part of the contest was to show our oldest rookie card of a baseball Hall of Famer. Now, I'm really tempted to go on a bit of a rant right here and rail against what I think is one of the most asinine aspects of our hobby. Now, certain cards are dramatically increased in value because we've arbitrarily and nonsensically just designated them a rookie card, even though the card itself has no legitimate qualifications for being designated as such. However, I'm just going to bite my tongue for now and save that tirade for its own video and its own platform. So now, in answer to the question, my oldest card that's generally considered a rookie card within the hobby is the 1909 Colgan Chips card of Frank Baker that I showed you earlier, and I'm showing again. Baker made his professional debut in 1908, and this was one of 3 mass-produced and distributed cards issued for him the following year. It's not the most prestigious one, but one of those 3. Now, if the strictest interpretation of what constitutes a rookie card were the accepted standard that I think it should be, my actual oldest rookie card would be my 1959 Topps Sparky Anderson, but like I said, that's a topic for another time. Now, the final part of the contest was to show your oldest Hall of Fame autograph, and the interpretation for this was a little vague, and I've seen some other submissions do some different things, so I'm just going to show you a couple of things here, and you tell me what's the criteria you were looking for. The earliest inductee to the Hall of Fame that I own an autograph for is this reprint card that's signed by Charlie Gehringer, who was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1946. And the oldest person that's in the Hall of Fame that I own an autograph for is this index card signed by Joe Sewell, who was born in 1898, but he wasn't inducted into the Hall of Fame until 1977. Now, the oldest card that has like an issue date on it that I own is this 1962 Topps card that's signed by Hall of Famer Al Lopez. Now, with all of these autographs, every one of these individuals lived to a very advanced age, and they were frequently signing autographs really right up until the time of their deaths. So, it's hard to say whether these are, old autographs or fairly recent autographs of really old men. So the autograph that I own that has the oldest, last possible date of creation is this autograph photo of Carl Hubbell. And Carl Hubbell was inducted into the Hall of Fame in 1947. He passed away in 1988. And so all of the other autographs that I showed, maybe they're older than that, but any of them could have been signed after that 1988 time frame as well. So whatever criteria you want to use to say the oldest Hall of Fame autograph it's got to be one of these, and I'll leave it to you, Joezeppi, to determine which one you feel meets the criteria you had in mind. So there you have it. My thanks again to Joezeppi1 for hosting his contest. Again, I highly recommend his channel, and I wish the best of luck to all of the other participants, and I'll talk to everybody again soon. Goodbye.